Hey, this is Rabbi Shlomo Zalman Bregman from the Jewish Executive Learning Network and BregmanSuccess.com. Many of you know I'm very, very involved in mentoring people and coaching people through the dating process. In the Jewish world, traditionally, in the observant world, we call it a shidduch or shidduchim. And I respond to a lot of questions from the public in this regard. I received a question today via email over here on my laptop from a young man, lives in the New York City area. A simple question is, Rabbi Bregman, I like your videos. Tell me, what should I be looking for on a date? What should I be looking for on a date? Why does he ask? He feels like basically, in short, he's going out with a lot of different people and he's not sure if he's looking for the right things. Is he looking too superficially? Is he distracted? Can I give him a checklist of some ideas that he could basically have in mind? So let me just respond to him and you, everyone in the public at the same time, because I think this question is something that comes up for a lot. A man is asking me this question today, but it's something that I think a lot of this information can apply for others as well. So this is what I'm responding to him in the email. Thought you'd enjoy it. Number one, every shidduch, I told him, every match is a combination of attraction. And when I say attraction, I mean in a physical sense and also in personality, plus the qualities of the person. So there has to be an attraction on a physical level and to the personality of the person. There has to be an attraction to the person and then also the qualities, because you need to have both and you need to have both of a blend. So number one, I told the guy, you meet a person, you go out, just try to get a sense, basically, is there physical attraction or not? Now, women are more prone to pick apart a person and say, I like his smile, I don't like how he dresses, he has nice shoes. So sort of look at him that way, like to pick apart attraction into different pieces. Male nature is not like that. A man will just say, I think she's attractive, or I don't think she's attractive. I'm attracted to her or not. So I'm telling the guy, just confirm it's there. If you have I hope you don't really have a napkin with boxes to check on the date. Otherwise, I'm never going to help you again because you're weird. But, you know, put a check in that box, so to speak, and move on, okay? But then I want you to move on to the really big ticket items, because that's where, you know, you can find a pretty face or a handsome face, almost a dime a dozen. Let's move on, okay? Second thing I want you to look for, try to figure out on date one or beyond, does this person you're dating give you the benefit of the doubt? It's what I like to call, is this person an easy grader or a tough grader? An easy grader or a tough grader? We all remember back in school, there were teachers that could give you partial credit for an answer. You responded to a question, the real answer was War of 1812, and you wrote War of 1822, you got partial credit, okay? And then there's other people who, if you don't give a perfect answer or do something perfect, it's like nothing to them at all. It's much easier in life to go through life as a Jew or whatever else your background is, as an easy grader than a tough grader. It's much easier to be married to an easy grader. It's much easier to be married if you are an easy grader. It's easier to be a boss, an employee, a friend, a spouse, a child, a neighbor. If you're an easy grader, what is an easy grader? An easy grader is a person who basically has a generous eye, gives people the benefit of the doubt, and like imagine you're married. Let's say your wife makes you dinner, and I'm saying this to the guy in the email, she makes you dinner. Okay, the dinner wasn't exactly what you like, but it's good enough. You know what I mean? She always looks good. The house looks great. The kids are great. She dressed them great. Everything's basically fine, okay? So try to, when you're dating, figure out if this person is an easy grader or a tough grader. Because I'm telling you, if you marry a tough grader, life is going to be more more bitter than the bitter herbs, the maror that we have on Pesach. I'll tell you that for sure. Okay, now, that's well known. So try to figure out in date one and beyond, is the person an easy grader? Next thing, we have attraction, easy grader, tough grader, benefit of the doubt. Next thing we're moving on to is I want you to look for the person you're dating. Is this a person a practical model or not? Now, lahavdil, we say make a separation. Imagine, you're going car shopping. Person goes car shopping. You might say, oh, the Ferrari looks amazing. Oh, that sports car looks amazing. Oh, that really unbelievable SUV looks amazing. But it gets bad gas mileage and people are jealous of it. And if it gets a flat tire, you have to spend $1,100 to fix it. And it's not a practical car, right? So just because things are attractive don't mean that they're practical, right? So I want you, when you're, a Honda Odyssey is practical. A Honda Accord is practical. Now, this isn't the Honda commercial. I'm just trying to say that you can have style and appeal, but you want to find a practical model. in the person you're going to date and the person you're going to marry. Yes, you want them to have attraction and attractive qualities, but practicality is very, very important. You know, a Corvette, if that's the kind of sports car you like, it can have very low seats and hurt your back, like a lot of other sports cars, and have expensive repairs. You don't want to be married to, a person who is constantly expensive in terms of, and I don't mean financially, I just mean in general. You want a practical model to be married to, okay? A practical version of a human being. Now, a lot of men and women will go out with people and they'll nix them. They'll say no, there won't be a second date or a third date or whatever else because the person's not exciting. Okay, now look. Obviously, you don't want to marry a person who is as lame as a park bench. I get it. I understand. But exciting in and of itself doesn't necessarily make a marriage or make a relationship. You have to have something real and grounded and substantive and solid that's really there. Because, there are benefits of being, some people say, oh, he's so nice and he has a job and he's nice and he's family oriented, but I don't want to go out with him again. I know why. Because he's not as exciting as the guys you knew in college, maybe before you became observant. I understand. You like those bad boys, and this guy's not a practical model. I understand that, and this applies to men just as much as women. I get what you're saying, but realize that a little less exciting and a little more boring often means stable, predictable, punctual, and these are ingredients for a happy life if you don't want to be a permanent dater. A couple other tips I told the guy. I was encouraging to look for a young lady when he's dating, seeking a spouse, a lady who can receive that which she has to give. All of us have things to give, and I don't mean physically necessarily. I mean emotionally and spiritually and qualities and talents and values, things we bring to the table. It's great that you bring stuff to the table, but you got to marry a person, find somebody who can receive. It is interested in receiving that which you have to give. If what you have to offer in life, your talents, your strengths, your blessings, your personalities, the package of things that Hashem gave you, that God gave you, if you don't marry a person who's not interested in receiving it, how do you know if they're interested in receiving what you have to give? Well, it's very simple. Do they give you credit? Are they, in their own mind, do you think that they're giving you credit for what you bring to the table? Are you getting points with him or her for what you bring to the table, okay? So think about it, because I want you to be happy and I want you to find somebody who can receive that which you have to give. One last thing, I was telling this fella today, try to figure out through the dating process, figure out what kind of father or mother this person is likely to be. Rav Pam Zatzal and others speak about this concept of binyan adayad, that when you're getting married, eventually, yes, it's about you, it's about her, it's about him. We got it. But eventually, God willing, there's going to be children, and setting up a home, a Jewish home, setting up a family, you're setting up something that's going to last and impact the generations. Try to figure out this person. Are they exciting? Great. You're attracted to them? Great. You have chemistry? Great. But the fact that you like the same kind of music is not the basis of building a home, certainly one that's going to withstand the test of time, and etc. So look for someone with personal qualities that are stable and things that you can rally around and build up around, and things that'll be meaningful past external attraction. So you need to have both of those in order for a date to work and be worthwhile over time to result in putting a ring on it. Anyway, this is Rabbi Shlomo Zalman Bregman of the Jewish Executive Learning Network and BregmanSuccess.com. I hope this helped you a lot. Please subscribe to this YouTube channel just by clicking on the red button on any of the channel pages so we can continue to stay in touch and grow together. And we'll see you the next time. Thanks. Bye.